Hello again. The Minister of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment, Barbara Creecy, is currently speaking on World Environment Day. Let's go there live now.
Can reduce the use of pesticides in our homes and turn our organic waste into compost for our gardens and yards. We can plant trees and other greenery in open space around us. We can educate ourselves and our families about climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution, and we can support policy changes that will reduce damage to the environment. We have only one Earth. There is no planet B. Okay. World Environment Day comes in the aftermath of the recent flooding in KwaZulu-Natal, the Eastern Cape, and parts of the Northwest that resulted in the deaths, very tragically, of hundreds of people, destroyed homes, livelihoods, and also key infrastructure. These terrible events brought home to each and every one of us that climate change is now part of our lived reality. And it helps us to understand the urgency of addressing our unsustainable development path. Today's World Environment #OnlyOneEarth campaign focuses on promoting sustainable living in harmony with nature. Through the campaign, everyone is invited to take collective action to address one or more aspects of the triple planetary emergency of climate change, biodiversity loss, environmental degradation, and pollution. Now, the natural world provides critical ecosystem services to human society, including the air we breathe, the water we drink, the soil and the grasslands that nourish our food, as well as the forests and the oceans that absorb dangerous greenhouse gas emissions and regulate the planet's temperature. Scientific research tells us that all the critical ecosystems that maintain life on Earth are under pressure from our unsustainable use of natural resources and the irresponsible disposal of waste. A recent study by the United Nations Environment Programme found that air pollution, much of it from burning fossil fuels, causes around 7 million premature deaths across the world each year. Nutrients from farming, sediment from soil erosion, and discarded plastic waste are polluting our rivers and our coastal waters. The emphasis is clear. Time is running out to ensure we protect our ecosystem services and ensure that our current use of natural resources does not threaten the safety and survival of our children and our grandchildren. Now, the South African government has significant programs to combat climate change, prevent biodiversity loss, reduce pollution, manage waste more sustainably, and restore ecosystem services. As a signatory to all three of the Rio Conventions, our government has undertaken to reduce our carbon footprint from 2025. By working with 7 sectors of our economy, we aim to achieve a low-carbon economy and a climate-resilient society by mid-century. Our architecture to advance both the mitigation of greenhouse gas emissions and support the development of climate resilience in all 44 district municipalities across our country is moving ahead. To ensure these ambitious targets have a sound regulatory environment and to promote compliance by all departments and all levels of government, our climate bill is currently before the National Assembly. At the moment, 16.5% of the land and 14.5% of our seas are under some form of protection. Our protected areas expansion strategy aims to increase the areas under protection by 0.5% per annum. By 2036, we hope to have ensured that 28% of our land and our sea are under protection. This year, government aims to invest around 2.2 billion rand in managing protected areas, restoring ecosystems, removing alien species, and preventing wildfires. This will create at least 48,000 work opportunities in rural areas where few other economic opportunities exist. Our white paper on conservation and sustainable use of biological resources is on its way through the cabinet system and will soon be released for public comment. Waste and pollution are amongst the greatest threats to the health of our environment. Through the revised National Waste Management Strategy 2020, we are supporting municipalities across the country to build more effective and sustainable waste services and support the reuse and recycling of waste. Our interventions include improving household waste collection, supporting the development of compliant landfills, ensuring municipalities have adequate waste collection fleets, and supporting the extended producer responsibility schemes to promote diversion of waste from landfills. Changing the way we do things to ensure that we can all continue to live sustainably on Earth is not only the responsibility of government, it is the responsibility of each and every one of us. Each of us can reduce the amount of plastic we buy and ensure we discard our waste responsibly. We must refuse to use plastic bags, plastic and polystyrene cups, and plastic knives and forks when we get our favorite burgers and coffee. We can separate our refuse so that plastic, glass, paper, and tins are cleaned and taken to recycling sites. We can be more mindful of the electricity we use and the greenhouse gases it creates, and turn off electrical appliances we are not currently using. We can understand the carbon footprint of products we buy and support local cultivation and production, which will also create more jobs here in South Africa. We can reduce the use of pesticides in our homes and turn our organic waste into compost for our gardens and yards. We can plant trees and other greenery in open space around us. We can educate ourselves and our families about climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution, and we can support policy changes that will reduce damage to the environment. We have only one Earth. There is no planet B.